I bring greetings in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. We started our lesson on making the Christian home happy. And today we want to continue with the lessons. We started by discussing the sanctity of marriage. And then we stated that marriage is the holiest of relationship two people can have. God created marriage himself at the beginning of creation. And as such, he has given laws and rules that govern marriage relationship. And if we adhere to those laws and rules, it is likely we are going to have a happy marriage. Now, from beginning of creation, God created marriage. And then he designed that male and female be the sole participants of this marriage relationship. So it is expected that the rules governing marriage should be obeyed. And once we obey that rules, it will help us to achieve success. The marriage relationship is governed also by duties that the husband and wife have. The Bible specifically stated that the husband should love the wife and the wife should submit to the husband. These are the two basic rules when adhered to can help us have a very good marriage relationship and also have a good family relationship, which will result into happiness in the family. My brothers and sisters, there have been several challenges in marriages today because people don't want to adhere to what God says. Some people enter the marriage relationship with the minds of achieving their own aims. They don't think about the other partner. But if we can have a successful marriage relationship, there's the need to think about each other, to love each other, and then to submit to each other as the Bible stated for both husband and wives. Judge Joseph Saba, after 20 years experience in presiding over what he called the nightmare world of the divorce courts, framed 10 commandments of a successful marriage, which he predicted could prevent at least 90% of marital mashup. I want to share those 10 commandments with you today. Commandment number 1 is a bear and forbear. We have to bear with each other. We have to understand each other. If we should have a successful marriage relationship, if there should be happiness in marriage relationship, you should bear with each other and therefore bear. Things does not always look smooth. There can be challenges in marriage. We have to bear those challenges when they come. Rule number 2, work together, play together, and grow together. Marriage couples are expected to work together. When I say work together, when you are in your homes, you have to do things together. You have to complement each other, help each other in even role exchange of roles. That can help bring some harmony. That will bring some bonding in the family and thereby increasing the rate of happiness in the relationship. You also have to play together. Find time for yourself. Have a time together. Once you have time together, it will help you to grow up together. That is rule number 2. Now, rule number 3, avoid the little quarrels and the big ones will take care of themselves. We must avoid little quarrels in the marriage. We must learn to say sorry. We must learn to say, no, I didn't get it right. We must learn to empathize with each other. We should avoid little quarrels. Once we avoid little quarrels, they will not grow into big ones, which can lead to challenges in the marriage. Rule number 4, compromise, give and take. He says it is the antitoxin of divorce. Once you compromise, once you give and take, once you allow yourself to be, in quote, the fool, in order to allow the marriage relationship go on, you are creating an antitoxin, something that will prevent divorce in the marriage. So we need to compromise. We need to give and take. Don't always want to be the winner. If you always want to be the winner in the marriage relationship, you are going to have a serious challenge with your marriage. Rule number 5, practice sympathy, good humor, and mutual understanding. You have to sympathize with one another. You have to care for each other. You have to feel the pain of one another. When you do that, it brings the bonding required. It brings the togetherness. It brings the feeling for each other. You should also have good humor. You can make a joke of some little things just to bring some humor in the relationship. You should also have a mutual understanding. Understand each other. This is going to help you live a happy marriage life, and in other words, bring a happiness in the family. Rule number 6, don't quarrel before breakfast or after it. You don't quarrel before breakfast. Make it a rule that you don't get up from bed and start with a quarrel. You don't quarrel before breakfast, and after breakfast, make it a rule that you will never quarrel. When you do that, there will not be quarrel in the relationship. There will always be happiness. There will always be looking out to be together once again. Rule number 7, respect in-laws. Don't criticize them or take criticism from them. We must respect our in-law. In-law are a distant member of the family, and as such, they are to be respected. Once that respect persists for both in-laws, that is from the husband and then the wife's side, it brings about the happiness you require. There will not be challenge of you don't respect my in-law, you don't do this to my in-law. Those things will all be out. There's the need to respect in-laws. Rule number 8, establish your own home, even in a one-room flat. A home is where a husband looks for to return to after a hard day's work. A home is the one that the wife will be anticipating that let me get home quickly and meet my husband. You have to establish your own home. We are not talking about two bigger rooms or flats, or we are talking about even if it is a single room. Let it be a home, a place you look out for, a place you want to return to after a hard day's work. That can happen when there is harmony in the relationship, when there is happiness in the relationship, when there are no quarrels, where you are not anxious that, hey, I'm going back to meet this man or I'm going back to meet this woman again. And that can come about when you try to work it out yourself. Rule number 9, fight for each other, but not with each other. You have to fight for each other. You have to always try to fight for each other, but you don't have to fight with each other. When you start fighting with each other, that is where the challenge that brings this harmony in the family starts. You rather try to fight for each other. When you do that, your spouse or your partner will always also want to fight for you back as you've done for him or her in the past. Then the final rule, build your home on religious faith with love and forgiveness as the watchword. Your home should be built on religious faith. I stated earlier that God has given us all the rules that we need in the scriptures to make our family a happy one. So there's therefore the need to build our home on religious faith. We have to build a home with love and forgiveness as the watchword. You have to forgive each other when you sin, you go against one another. When you do that, it helps bring a loving relationship. It helps bring a relationship that everybody will look out for. My brothers and sisters, these are the 10 commandments that Judge Joseph Sabbath scripted down after years of judgment in a divorce court. I believe that this will help you learn something out of this and then apply them to your marriage so that you have a happy home, the one that you look out for, the one that you happily want to return to after a hard day's work. Thank you once again for listening to me today. It is my intention to bring you the final version of the video on a happy marriage next time. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also join us at Fijai Church of Christ to worship, where you have more lessons of this type that is going to build your faith and also going to build your relationship. It's going to help you learn how to live a happy life. Thank you once again. Bye for now.